That my daddy is my hero, bro. My daddy, I wish I was the man my daddy was. Because the things I seen my daddy endure. I mean, my daddy was 25, bro, with 5 kids already. You know what I mean? I'm 28 with none. I couldn't even imagine. I got a dog, and me and that nigga be struggling together. All right, y'all, let's get money. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It's your boy, Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John, a.k.a. St. Louis Slim. I just came up with that. Nobody's ever called me St. Louis Slim, but it sounded like some pimp shit, and I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? Because just know that ain't nobody ever called me that. I call myself that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank y'all, man. Well, first and foremost, I need y'all to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So y'all can, even if you forget that, we didn't drop, when I drop, you know what I mean? Follow the I-70 on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. Man, fuck with me on YouTube, man. I appreciate my little subscribe movement I got going. Every time I look at my YouTube, I get one more follow. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? Y'all just got me today. You know what I mean? And I did this because it's episode 12, end of season 1. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I get a hand clap for, me, man? Come on, man. Consistency. You understand what I'm saying? I can't thank these brothers enough for what they done did for the boy. And I just been trying to stay consistent with it, and help them out as much as possible, just by showing up and, making it easy on them. Cause shit, my team work hard, man. Like I always say, excuse me, I do the easy part. I just show up, you know what I mean? The clips that y'all be liking on Instagram and, following me on YouTube, that's all the team. I don't do a goddamn thing. So I can't do nothing but be thankful for them and thankful for y'all for supporting me. Everybody who has ever liked, if you ain't subscribed, go subscribe, goddamn me. But anybody who's ever liked, shared, left a comment, even the haters, man, I done got a little motion on Instagram, so now the haters feel comfortable enough or the trolls, I should say, feel comfortable enough to leave a little nasty little comments and whatnot. But that shit don't affect us, man, because, you got to take the good with the bad when you do this podcast stuff. It's individuals out there who get a kick out of, spreading negativity. You know what I mean? And I'll never understand those individuals, and it ain't for me to understand y'all. You know what I mean? All I could do is, because the hate, y'all part of the marketing team too. Lead them rude ass comments. Because it ain't going to affect me one bit. I'm still going to come and sit in this seat and do the same thing. And if you's a real troll, a real hater, you'll send me a message and come sit on the couch, show your face. But you ain't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But seriously though, I want to thank everybody, you know what I mean, for the support. Everybody around the city, that come up to me and let me know that they fucking with the movement and, that they listening to the podcast. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm a humble individual, bro. And, I enjoy. It was a little weird though. First person that walked up on me in the mall, it kind of caught me off guard because I used to people just walking up to me. And, he let me know, man, I fuck with what you got going on, man. So, this episode is the end of season 1. So like I said before, I just want to give y'all a little bit of me. You know what I mean? I do a lot of talking, but I don't think I ever dived into, who I am, you know what I mean? And what I'm about. You know what I mean? You kind of get a glimpse of it just from, watching me on, every episode. But I just wanted to dive in a little bit more, tell a little bit more about myself. And as far as, where I'm from, obviously at this point, if you're a new fan or you're a new listener, new subscriber, I'm from St. Louis, born and raised, spent all my adolescent years in St. Louis. I'm from the north side of St. Louis, North City, the real St. Louis. I ain't from no suburb or no outskirt. No, I'm from St. Louis City. When the police department rolled through my hood, it say St. Louis City, St. Louis Police Department. So, like I said before, I'm from the north side, Walnut Park to be exact. Shout out to everybody from my neighborhood. And my neighborhood weird, bro, because it's Walnut Park is the hood, but within the hood you have sub hoods. You know what I mean? So I'm from 5'4", 5512 Gilmore. That's my grandma's old house. Shout out my grandma Johnny Lou. God rest her soul. And she raised all us in that house. Me, my uncle, my mama, my daddy, all they 5 kids. And my grandma's house was the hub, man. So, as a kid, just to give y'all a little background, I'm the baby of the family. You know what I mean? I'm the baby of 5 kids. I'm everybody's baby. So, man, I grew up and I was just a sponge, man, because I seen a lot. You know what I mean? I was exposed to a lot because I was the youngest. And like I said before, my grandma's house was the hub. So everybody came to my grandma's house. All the every character in the hood that you could think of came to my grandma's house. You know what I mean? Because we had every age bracket at my grandma's house. You had my grandma, that age group, my mom and daddy, that generation. My uncle is about, I think about 7 to 10 years younger than my mama, so you got that generation. My big sister's the 80s baby, and so on and so forth. So at my house, it was a mixture of every generation. And I was everybody's little man. So this podcast stuff that y'all see me do, I mean, I've been doing this my whole life, bro. When I was a kid, man, they would make me get on the stage. I'm sorry, I said on the stage, on the porch, and entertain the whole family. I would reenact Rush Hour, Friday, and I would say the movies word for word. They would make me come do it. Like, when they out there drinking and smoking, they'd say, go get John John. And I would come outside and put on a show for all the adults. So, and for the people who say, man, you're a natural, I never knew I would be a natural. But I mean, honestly speaking, I've been doing this my whole life. I always been making people laugh. Just like I say, since I was a kid, man, when I was 5 years old, I could recite a whole movie, word for word. You know what I mean? So, hell yeah. Ooh, can I? Okay, let me say this. The movie have to be on now at this age. The movie had to be on. My dog was trying to get me to reenact the movie. I have to be on because I'll botch it right now because I ain't did it in so long. You know what I mean? But that was my, who the fuck calling? My nigga calling me. Anyway, that was my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the neighborhood I grew up in was very volatile. Anybody from St. Louis, you've heard of my neighborhood, Walnut Park. And it was a very volatile area. And I was right there. I mean, my grandma's house was smack dab in the middle. You know what I mean? Right up the street on the corner is where the hustlers hung, where the gangsters hung. So I mean, my mom and daddy, grandma, they couldn't hide us from it. You know what I mean? And then my uncle, he was still young when I was coming up. So I idolized my uncle and his friends, So what they did, I did. And that, that's with anybody in any neighborhood. Just so happened in the neighborhood I grew up in, it was just volatile. It's a very infamous area in my city. So that kind of molded me. So I know I come off very funny and I am, you know what I mean? I always been this way. But I mean, I grew up in a very volatile area and I spent my childhood there. You know what I mean? My mom and daddy didn't move to the suburbs. We moved around a lot, but it all came back to Walnut. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I seen a lot. So it kind of shaped me to, who I am today, growing up, how I grew up. And I wouldn't change my upbringing for the world, man. And it fucked me up because my mama bust us out to the suburbs. So it was a 30-minute drive to school every day. And it was a trip for me because I would leave my neighborhood, it looked the way it looked. And every day, bro, I had to watch the terrain, if you will, transform from poverty to suburbs. And, now that I'm grown, I realize what that was doing to me. Now, granted, I thank God for it because it exposed me. I thank God for my mom and daddy because it exposed me to, I always could think outside of my block. There's a lot of kids who grew up where I come from. I always say I'm a lucky one because every day I got to see, man, this ain't it for me. Like, I know kids who leave their bikes in the yard. And I love my white compadres, bro, but I still never understood that, man. We would be in the suburbs and their garage door would be open. It'll be 8, 9 o'clock at night. Their garage door wide open. You know what I mean? But, and at that time, I couldn't understand that, but it was always a trip for me because I would have to go home. After I would come from the suburbs, I would have to go home. And like I said, get on the bus. I'm coming from the ghetto. I got to leave that when I get on the bus because I can't take this with me because I ain't going to make it out here if I take these principles and things of that nature with me. I ain't going to last long in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? And then furthermore, when I would come home from school, I had to leave all that shit at the school because I couldn't take that suburban shit home with me because I was already getting, I ain't gonna say made fun of, but I mean, I was getting poked, motherfuckers poking fun at me. Oh, now you go to the white school. So I was whooping ass when I was a little kid, man, because, and it's not that I'm ashamed, but I mean, I was a fighter growing up. I'm the baby. So I was getting my ass whooped at home from my mom and daddy. Rightfully so. Shout out my mom and daddy. They whooped my ass growing up. And my siblings. So I was taking ass whoopings at home. So I wasn't taking no ass whoopings Jonathan got beat up. I ain't undefeated. I ain't one of these dudes gonna tell you, I'm undefeated. No, I fought a lot growing up, and I took some ass whoopings, man. You know what I mean? And that was my childhood, man. I played around and I fought. You know what I mean? That was my get down. You know what I'm saying? So, that was my personality. You know what I mean? I was just a little bad little motherfucker, but I was always a good kid. You know, I absorbed knowledge. I used to love sitting around. I used to sit on the steps with my grandma. Shout out my baby Johnny Lou, man. God rest her soul. Once again, she used to throw parties every night, and I would sit on the steps and listen to all the old school songs, and that's why I love R&B so much, because my grandma and them used to sit down there, man, and smoke their weed and drink Seagram's gin and all of that, man. I used to just sit on the steps when I was supposed to be sleeping. I would listen. You know what I mean? I used to always try to. This is when parents didn't let their kids listen to everything where, this was grown folks' business. Oh, go in the house. But I would always want to sit around, the older folks and just absorb that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm an old soul, excuse me, to this day, is because I hung around my uncles. I mean, I my uncle, man, I'm always say I'm Calvin Little 2.0. You know what I mean? That's who I want to be like. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. I looked up to him. I ain't grow up wanting to be LeBron or none of that. I wanted to be Calvin Little. You know what I mean? My uncle to this day is the coolest motherfucker in the world to me. You know what I mean? I mean that. So, him and his friends, hell, they was in high school when we was kids. So when I started, my brain started really noticing what was going on, they still 21, 22. You know what I mean? They, having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching all that. So, that was my upbringing. You know what I mean? Like I say, that was that's what molded me to who I am. As far as sports, man, I played sports my whole life. Not organized. I played once when I was 9, one season, football. Mom and dad ain't really had a fun, so that was my only year playing organized football until 7th grade. And then I played again in 7th grade, but by the time I got to 7th grade, I had hit a little growth spurt because I was a little runt, child. Like I said, I don't know what I look like on camera, but, I'm 6 foot 205. I feel good saying that, I ain't gonna lie. But I used to be a little runt. They ain't think I was short with a big ass head. I grew into my shit. And they didn't think I was gonna grow, man. But about 5th, 6th grade, I shot the hell up. You know what I mean? And by 7th grade, I was ready to go as far as football was concerned. Because I was always playing in the street, and we play Killer Man back home in St. Louis, and it's the same game. It's just different names in different regions of the country. When you just throw that motherfucker up, and it's you versus the whole. Every little kid out there, that's Killer Man. That's what we called it. So, I was a natural. I was always an athlete, because my whole family is athletes. And we would get out there. I still remember when my daddy was still young. We used to get in the middle of the street and race. I mean, the grown folks to the kids, we take our motherfucking shoes off and we race it. And once again, my daddy out there racing his partners. Like, we out there, we all athletes. My mama played basketball. Shout out my baby, Danielle. She played basketball in high school, so my whole family is athletes. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I was just destined to be an athlete. But, so on and so forth, got to high school, played 3 sports all through high school, football, basketball, track. But I just could never get with school, man. And any kid out there, or anybody in school, but, more so to the youth. And it's one thing I preach to my nephew, man, create good habits. As far as school is concerned, I never did. You know what I mean? So by the time I got to high school, I couldn't get it. Like, I couldn't catch it, man. I couldn't do the school shit. But sports helped me get through school, for sure. Because Coach Button, shout out Coach Button. Coach Button them ain't play that shit at Parkway North High School. You know what I mean? You had to have a certain GPA to play for Coach Button. So, and I always wanted to play for Parkway North because my uncle played there. You know what I mean? Once again, that's my idol. So I always wanted to play for Parkway North, and I got to. It's pretty good. I was a starter on varsity as a sophomore. I mean, I never played JV. I played freshman, but coming into my sophomore year, I was a starter on varsity. You know what I mean? For the rest of my tenure in high school, but I never could get my grades right, bro. So, I mean, it was schools that was interested, but to the young fellas that's in high school, get your grades right, man, because I mean, I dealt with turmoil and heartbreak because I didn't have the grades. Those schools came, and I ain't saying I was getting recruited by Alabama, no shit like that. But I mean, I had a couple D1 AA's, some D2s, and looking at me. But I just didn't have the grades, man. I didn't have the GPA, and I learned that the hard way. And I would tell any young athlete, start as a freshman. I ended my freshman year with a 1.8 GPA, and it fucked me for my entire, because I was trying to climb, man. Y'all men, and y'all young boys and young girls, start out good. Take your freshman year serious. Start out with that 3.0. Start out with that 3.5 because it'll make it better for you. And you can choose where you want to go, man. I couldn't choose where I wanted to go, so I kind of got pigeonholed, excuse me, into going to an NAIA. And no disrespect to those schools, because at the end of the day, you can still go there and get you a degree. But as far as an athlete is concerned, I would never recommend no athlete to go NAIA, because it's not, to me, it's not built for you to. I didn't know nothing about JUCO. You know what I'm saying? My big brother, who's 1 year older than me, he was the first one in my family to go to college. He was the first one to go to college. And I don't remember nobody in my family going to college for sports to really school us. So I always thought junior college was for bad kids. And I never knew that was, no, this is a portal. Like, you can go here and get picked up by D1. I didn't know that. And nobody told me that. You know what I'm saying? So I, was green to it all. I just wanted to play football. And my dumb ass went to an NAIA. Worst decision of my life, bro. You know what I mean? Because, and I ain't gonna bash them, because at the end of the day, I'm at a point in my life where I don't blame nobody. I blame myself. You know what I mean? But it was certain things that could have been done different at said schools. And I mean, at that school, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna segue that into, excuse me, that's the Coke and Hennessy out, my bad. My time there wasn't positive at all. I was on academic probation my entire time at Missouri Valley. I just gave them niggas a shout out. I didn't even want to do that, bro. Anyway, I was on academic probation. And like I said, that's me. That's my fault. I was smoking weed, getting in trouble, doing what a lot of college kids do. You're finally away from home, and I had my own apartment. So, the last thing I was focused on was school. And hell, I wasn't focused on football either, if I'm keeping it all the way gangster with you. I was more focused on getting high. You know what I'm saying? I would be in class. I ain't gonna say which partner it was. My dog look through the window. We'll make eye contact. Oh yeah, let me go to the bathroom. I'm going for the rest of the day. We going to get high. You know what I'm saying? So that ruined me. You know what I mean? And that's why I put the blame on myself. But I won't go into detail because it ain't necessary. But some things transpired to where I didn't get to play, and I was capable of playing, because it was motherfuckers who was getting a chance to play that I was better than. And I'm like, I was confused. Like, damn, nigga, you ain't gonna let me get on kickoff? You know what I'm saying? I can't even get on punt return or punt. You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew it was some bullshit. You know what I mean? But after that happened, that's when, that was when my heart broke, because all I ever wanted to do was go pro in football. Or I just wanted a chance. You know what I'm saying? And I had a big brother who was playing Division I ball at K-State. So I come from, we athletes, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't get a chance to play. So I dropped out, left school, and my heart was broke, bro. I didn't watch football for like 2 years. And that's high school, college, NFL for like 2 years, because my heart was broke, because I spent my entire time, I spent all them years, bro, thinking I was going to the NFL, and you couldn't tell me no different. And I'm saying that, and I'm giving y'all the story as a message to the youth. Maybe you young and you listening to this, or you my age and you want to pass this along to your son, nephew, whatever. Don't let me see how I want to put this. Don't let football or sports, any sport, be the only thing that you feel like you can do in life. You know what I mean? Because when football ended for me, I was lost. You know what I mean? And I started getting into real trouble. You know what I mean? Because I was lost. I didn't have no purpose no more. You know what I mean? Football was over. I knew I wasn't going to play football no more. Well, I take that back. When it all ended, and this is how I ended up in Manhattan, up at K-State, because my big brother was there. He was like, bro, you might as well just come up here. I went up there with my big brother, slept on his couch. I wrote a letter to K-State. They let me in on academic probation yet again. And I'm at K-State, and my whole plan is to walk on to the football team. And once that didn't transpire and I didn't make the team, that's when life kind of took a turn for the worse for me, because I was lost. Like I was truly, truly lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. And that's what I'm saying to y'all young brothers, to y'all young women. Know that you are more than your athletic ability. You know what I mean? You could do you could do whatever you want in this world. And you ain't got to put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? But I come from an environment where you rap or you play ball or you sell dope. You know what I mean? Ain't no, that's it. I ain't grew up around no doctors. You know what I mean? And then the men in my neighborhood who went to work was having it hard. They had honest, good jobs, and the hustlers up the street making what they make and make their salary in a day. So you got to think as a kid who's lost, I don't know which way I'm going to turn, but I know what's easy for me. I know what I know how to do. And, you know, coming from the neighborhood I came from, it equipped me with certain abilities, you know what I mean, to acquire money. You know what I mean? We won't go into detail. You know, you ain't taking no rocket science. But that's when I was lost. And like I said, I started getting into real trouble. You know, that could have potentially landed me behind bars. You know what I mean? So I was lost for a long time. You know what I mean? And I came out of that. You know, I met a young lady, and you know, my life changed for the better. You know what I'm saying? We'll leave that there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I really wanted to let y'all know that there's trauma that athletes go to. If you've never been an athlete, you probably think motherfucker's just a dumb jock and all of that or what have you. But, you know, especially young men, bro, we love sports. You know what I mean? We truly love sports, man. And when that is stripped from you, you could find yourself in a very, very dark place. And that's where I found myself at. Thank God I came out of that. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? It was dark times for me, man, for some years. I told you I didn't watch football for 2 years. And that includes every form of football. I couldn't watch it. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I just really wanted to, you know, share that message with future athletes, you know, middle school, high school athletes, current athletes, and former athletes. Former athletes, hey, you are powerful. You don't have to keep trying to beat down that door if you don't have to, man. It's a million ways to make money. Me personally, to be honest with you, man, I never really, it's some guys out here, bro, who love football. Like, love it. Like, me, I always loved what football could do for me and my family. You know what I mean? I never, it took me getting grown to realize that, though. Like, that I love football, don't get me wrong, but it was always what the game could do for me and mine that really wanted me to go for it. You know what I mean? I come from nothing, man. My grandma's house was crowded. It was a 3-bedroom house. It was 8 of us in there. Wait a minute, 9 of us. It was 9 of us in there. You know what I mean? So, and that's all I ever wanted was to, you know, take care of my family. You know what I mean? And I thought football was my way. You know what I mean? But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And you know, and I wanted to give y'all that, you know, because I kind of wanted the fans and supporters to kind of get to know me a little bit better, because I'm not a person who, I don't want to hide who I am. I'm an open book, you know what I mean? Because I'm not ashamed who I am. I'm not ashamed of where I'm from, you know, and what I'm about, because I feel like I'm a genuine good person. You know what I mean? So I just want to give y'all that and, you know what I mean, kind of give y'all my backstory. Of course, I ain't want to talk y'all head off. You know, don't really give a fuck. But I just want y'all to kind of get to know the host a little bit more, you know, on a more personal level. You know what I mean? And, you know, I said being a good person, I segue that into, I see a lot of individuals who, you know, and I'm speaking for the good people, the good, genuine people out here. And everybody feel like they're a good person, but you got to ask the people who are around you, are you a good person? Because, of course, you think you're a good person. How do people respond to you and things of that nature? Do people get happy when you come around, and do you light the room up? And, you know, and if you say, yeah, that's me, then you'll feel what I'm coming from, where I'm coming from when I say this. It's the new wave is, I'm going to do everybody how they do me. And I don't like it, because I think if you're a good person, bro, remain a good person, you know, because that's, I like to say this about myself, man. I like to say my karma is beautiful, because I don't go out into the world with no ill intent. I'm not a mean-spirited person. I could be an asshole if I wanted to, you know what I mean? But that's not me. I like making people smile. I like making people laugh. I like coming in the room. I speak when I come in the room. That's just me. And if you like me, you can you have a testimony of somebody doing you dirty or doing you wrong or doing you a way that you would never do to them, and that's okay. I had to cope with that because when you're a good person, man, you could never fathom somebody doing you, wrong because you like, damn, why me? Like, what the fuck I do? You know what I'm saying? But that's life, bro. Everybody not a good person, and I feel like when you get done wrong and you generally a good person, take that pain, right? But don't let it change you, man. You know what I mean? If I could say anything to anybody, don't let this world change you. Remain who you are. If you're a good person, man, and you love seeing everybody win and this, that, and third, remain that, man, because your karma is beautiful, man. God and the universe will bless you for being a good person. And I truly believe that because that's what all this shit is about, man, being a good fucking person. We only get one life to live. I couldn't imagine walking around being evil spirited or being mean to motherfuckers, man. That shit, nah, man, hell no. I mean, I smile at people in the grocery store. When people don't smile back, I wave. I say excuse me when I don't really, but that's just me, man. I'm just a good person, man. And I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong. But I couldn't tell you the last time I was mean to somebody for no reason. You know what I mean? And growing up, I told you I fought a lot, but I was whooping ass because motherfuckers was fucking with me. You know what I mean? And I was brought up, case in point, my daddy don't like shit starters. My daddy didn't let us start shit. You know what I mean? But daddy wasn't going to trip if I finished it. You know what I mean? And that's how I move through the world. I give respect first because I want it in return. So I don't mind giving you respect first because I need it. I demand it because you ain't going to disrespect me because, my personality don't warrant disrespect because I'm always going to be respectful first. You don't even have to be respectful to me first. I'm going to be respectful to you because I want you to reciprocate. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean about being a good person, man. Don't let what somebody has done to you change who you are. You know what I mean? Remain that good person because in the end, I feel like the good, the man up above and the universe will bless you for being, a genuine good person. So, I wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the good people in the world. Because, it's just about spreading positivity, man. Like I said earlier, to start the show, I don't really understand people who troll people online or, get in the comments and say mean things, but I don't really understand y'all, man. Like I pray you go get help. And I know I'm a funny motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But you have to have something wrong with you, bro, your opinion is cool. And I know this social media, man, everybody got their own opinion now. I just don't know. I could never see myself doing that to somebody. Somebody trying to do something positive and you in the comments just being mean and nasty. Like, what are you getting out of that? Do you feel good after you seeing it go, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get what you gonna get out of being mean to somebody. You know what I mean? Especially y'all men, bro, who be in female comments talking crazy the way that y'all do, G. Like, I don't understand that, because you the type of motherfucker, you wouldn't dare say that if her big brother or daddy was in front of you. You know what I mean? And when I say that for y'all who gonna see that and go, I would, shut the fuck up. Anybody trying to hear all that shit, bro. Like, and if you would, bro, you a sorry individual. You know what I mean? I never do that to nobody, especially somebody trying to do something positive, man, and you just, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna spend too much time on that because that shit'll make me start sweating. You know what I mean? With the trolls and shit. I don't get that. I ain't never understood that. And that's one of the things, if it's one thing I don't like about social media is the trolls. Like, grow up, G. Like, you sitting in your mom and daddy basement in your drawers, typing away, man, cut it the fuck out, G. Go do something with your life. You know what I mean? Do something. Or you do something positive because there's no way, in my opinion, there's no way you could be a troll and be doing something positive in life. There's no way. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. You trying to start something and somebody just being negative to you. So I'm going to wrap that up by saying just be positive, man. Just give positive energy to the world, man, because it feels good. Every day I feel good because I'm just giving positive energy to the world. You know what I'm saying? When I go, get something to eat and it's a big girl behind the counter, shout out to the BBWs. I got to give y'all a shout out every episode. When I'll go flirt with a BBW, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in, I may go to Mickey D's, big girl working the register. I just want to make her smile real quick, man, because I feel like the world ain't going, you know what I mean? She a big girl at McDonald's. Hey, baby, you beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? Bring a nigga some hot fries when you get off. You know what I'm saying? Hot fries. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring me no cold French fries. You'll get cut off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't do that. Let me speak to my fellas. All my fellas. You know what I'm saying? Boss up. That's our year. I keep saying that, man. Boss up, man. You know what I'm saying? These women gonna be who they are. They gonna say what they say about us. We ain't our daddies and our granddaddies, and you ain't my grandma and you ain't your mama. They gonna keep on, it's always us. You know what I mean? We can take accountability. We fucked up sometime. And we can own it. But I just get tired of getting on social media, bro, and it's women telling me how to be a man. How the fuck you gonna tell me how to be a man? You ain't never been a man a day in your life. Then your daddy probably wasn't shit. Like my daddy and them told me growing up, the game don't change, the players do. We ain't doing nothing different than what our daddies did. I take that back. Our daddies could fix anything, bro. Our daddies could fix, I can't fix motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me not say that. I can do some basic shit. But I ain't no motherfucking mechanic. It's 2023. I pay motherfuckers to do the shit right. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to put that out there, man. Men, boss up. You know what I'm saying? Get you some money. Get up off your ass, get you some money, man. Go for something in life. Be passionate about something. You know what I mean? Because the truth is, it seemed like the women don't want no motherfucker who grinding, working his way towards something. They want the finished product. You feel what I'm saying? Let me say this to y'all ladies. I love y'all, but that rich nigga ain't coming. Oh, y'all always talk about pay your bills. Bitch, it's a recession. It is a recession. I'm not paying for shit. What the hell wrong with you? So I'm going to break bread on you and then be fucked up? Yeah, hell no. Then you get in the comment, if you broke, just say that it's a recession, bitch. The whole country broke. And look, if the United States government is begging for money, you can't blame me for not wanting to spend money on your rent and your nails, little baby. You know what I'm saying? I could take you over to my little cousin house. She could put some little press-on nails on you. You know what I mean? And it worked the same way. Maybe I ain't got to spend no damn $200 on your nails. Fuck that. But ladies, I love y'all because y'all know me. I ain't the nigga who trying to, divide. I want everybody to come together, man. I just get sick of the conversations that's online, bro. You know what I mean? It's tiring. You know what I mean? Getting up and as a man and, oh my God. Like that, I just get off social media as soon as I get to seeing that type of shit. You know what I mean? But I want to stamp that point, baby. That rich nigga not coming. He not coming. And if you have dealt with an individual with some money, he was paying for you, why he not there? You had him, he's no longer there paying your bills. What happened? That's for you to decipher. As men, we don't give a damn. Well, men like me, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Real niggas, we don't give a damn because at the end of the day, baby, do what you gonna do. If a motherfucker want to spend money on you, break his pockets, man. If that's what he want to do, break his motherfucking pockets. Because I'm not going to do it. And I think as men, bro, leave these women alone. What they saying on social media, let them say that shit, bro. Because my grandma always taught me a hit dog gonna holler. If that shit don't apply to you, bro, scroll past that shit, let that shit ride, bro, because that shit don't apply to you. You know what I mean? But don't stop they hustle. It's some men out here who couldn't get women if they didn't have money. Now that they got it, they can get whatever woman they want. And that's their prerogative, man. Don't stop they shine. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else I got. Yeah, man. Like, and truthfully, for me, early in my social media days, man, I would go back and forth in the comments with women. Debating and all that shit, man. But you're not going to win, bro. Like, you're not going to win with women. Just let them be single and they feel like they deserve Prince Charming. As men, we know it ain't happening. You gonna have to accept women be like, I'm not settling. Okay, little baby. But as men, we know it ain't too many perfect motherfuckers out here. Because we got friends, we got brothers, we got cousins. You gonna have to accept something, little baby. Yes, ma'am. You gonna have to accept something. That's okay, man. Because we accept shit from y'all. Y'all ain't perfect, bro. Y'all women ain't perfect. Y'all women ain't perfect, and we ain't nobody perfect. But let's be perfect together. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? I got this little... Nah, never mind. I almost fucked them up. I'm a pimp. I almost fucked my shit up. You know what I'm saying? I almost fucked my shit all up. But yeah, man, I like I said before, man, we was going to make this one. What we looking at, Mark? I had to holler at my dog, you know what I'm saying? See where we was at. Because, I'm by myself today, man. And, I didn't want to go too overboard, you know what I mean? And do too much, but, I can keep going. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm always prepared, y'all. Always give me some notes. Okay. Okay. What else I want to talk about? As far as back to my, I could dive a little more deeper into my upbringing, man. Then, growing up, mom and pops ain't have it like that. My mom and daddy had 5 kids young. You know what I mean? So I come from humble beginnings, and I was that kid who didn't have much. Mom and daddy got us what we needed, not what we wanted. And that was rough, being around my friends, because a lot of my friends, mama and daddies could buy them J's and nice clothes and shit. I had to do what I had. And I took that ridicule, man, in middle school and high school. High school was a little bit better because I wore all my athletic shit. I told you I played 3 sports, so I had football, sweats and shit, basketball, sweats, shorts, shirts, track, you know what I mean? And I wear my shit, you know what I mean? And I never complained, man. My mom and daddy tell you, I never wanted to be a burden on my mom and daddy. I never made them feel away, because here's one thing my mom and daddy always gave to me. Man, my mom and daddy came to my motherfucking events as far as games are concerned. You feel what I'm saying? Especially my mama. You know what I'm saying? But my mom and daddy came to my events. And like I say, man, I had friends who had more than me materialistically, if that's even a word. Is that a word? Materialistic? Okay, yeah, I'll be trying, y'all. Told you I was in the resource room. My friends had the materialistic shit that I wanted. But the truth is, man, they mom and daddies wasn't at my games like my mom and daddies was. And that's a fact. That's a fact. It was lonely for them niggas sometimes, bro. God bless them, because we all got our different circumstances. But, to the youth, man, and that's why I bring up, the kids with all this new design and all that shit, man. I wouldn't even been able to sniff that shit when I was a kid. But the greatest gift that my parents gave to me, bro, is being at my events. For sure. When I could look up in the stands and see my mom and daddy, for instance, man, when my daddy came to my games, you was in trouble. Hey, that's a fact, bro. For any young man, I don't know how y'all felt when y'all pops came to y'all events. But if I seen my daddy in the stands, motherfucker, you was in trouble. I was gonna show out on your ass. That's a fact. Moms was there, right? But ain't nothing like when my dad, man, my daddy will scream out from the stand, hey, baby, I'm right over here. Oh, it's up. I'm finna cut up on your ass. My daddy in the building? Yeah, daddy couldn't buy me, no J's, no none of that shit, man. But he was proud of me. Still proud of me to this day. I'm gonna call my nigga too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do check. I know y'all ain't seen me do check on your peoples in a minute. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna call my daddy. I'm sure my daddy will pick up. But yeah, man, that was the greatest gift that my family could give me. I told you I'm the baby. They came to my sporting events. So I say, man, everybody in my age group, we parents now. I ain't got no kids yet, and I want some. Don't get me wrong, I want some. I ain't gonna be nobody baby daddy though. But man, your kids don't, all that designer shit, man, that's what you think them kids want. You know what I mean? And they on social media and they seeing it, but man, them kids want you there. Be there for your kids, man. If one thing I could say, shout out to all the fathers out there. If you a father and you in your kid's life, man, I salute you. You know what I mean? If I had 10 hands, I salute you 10 times. You know what I mean? Because that shit is important, man. I was lucky. I grew up with a father in my life in a very rough neighborhood. And me having a father around saved me, because my father had the childhood. He always used to say this: if your children have the same lifestyle that you had, you failed as a father. That's what my daddy used to always tell me. And I ain't go through half the shit my daddy went through because of, the example that my daddy set. My daddy never made the street seem cool to me. He couldn't hide me from it, but he never made it seem cool to me. When I got in trouble, when I got locked up, my daddy had to have those conversations with me. Like, hey, yo. And I'm a kid, and I say this to the youth. If you a young man, a young woman, you getting in trouble, I've been there. Man, I graduated high school with 77 suspensions total. Not in high school, though. I never got suspended in high school. I got detention in high school one time. That was bullshit. That was some bullshit. My record was supposed to be clean in high school, but from, And my mom and daddy vouch for this. I ain't proud of it, but it's who I am. From kindergarten to 8th grade, I had 77 referrals. I was suspended. I went to the superintendent board a few times, and went to alternative school and all that shit, man. Went to got locked up a couple times. And I'm saying that to say, now I wasn't no motherfucking mass murderer or no motherfucking kingpin like that. I fought a lot, bro. So like that was my get down. Like I want to fight. Even to this day, I don't fight no more. You know what I mean? But you don't take me there because you fucking with a motherfucker who I like to fight. You know what I mean? But I don't because of everything that I went through as a kid, man. Excuse me. And I'm just super positive. Because there was a time in my life, man, where I wasn't positive. Me being a baby of the family, I was the baby in the hood. All my friends I hung out with was 2-3 years older than me. And that's a fact. And I was they little homie, and I hung around they big homies. So, you know what I'm saying? So that was my dynamic. I'm 13. That's the one I like to say I got off the porch at 13. My friends who I ran up under was 15, 16, 17, 18. And they big homies was 22, 25. So when we would go in the hood and we chilling, we on the block, I'm around grown ass men at 13 years old. It's back when I had dreads. I had dreads. Yes, sir. One of these days I'm gonna let them post my dread head stage. I had dreads, man. And yeah, man, I saw everything at a very, very, very young age. Like I was around things that a kid shouldn't see at that age. I'm doing things that I look back on now like, what the fuck? And I was so messed up in the head. I was doing shit for free, y'all. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be down. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be, it was a time in my life, man, I wanted to be known as a gangster, bro. For sure. And that's not me joking. That's me being 100% honest. When I was in middle school, look how stupid I was. When I was in middle school, bro, I had a picture of Stanley Tookie Williams taped up in my locker. Go do your research. You'll figure out who Stanley Tookie Williams is. I had a picture of him taped up in my locker. And that's who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? And because that's the environment I come from. I come from a gang-infested city and a gang-infested neighborhood to where you had to be something, bro. And, this one dude growing up, he used to say all the time, man, if you ain't doing it, it's going to get done to you. And I wasn't going to be no victim. You know what I mean? And my family wasn't going to let me be no victim because that's not I get down in the family that I came up in. You couldn't come to my family and say, oh, blase, blah, bullying me. My mama, it's my heart right there. She'll make you get out there and fight. Oh, nah, get your ass out there. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from, man. Like I said before, I feel for the young brothers and, some young ladies who are involved in the streets so young, man, because it's a blessing that I'm sitting here talking to y'all. Because I've done some things and been around some things that, I can't speak of because it involves other individuals. You know what I mean? And it molded me into who I am. But it was scary times, man, and it's a blessing that I'm here because, it's a lot of people that I grew up with that have met their early demise, man, or in prison for a long time, because they couldn't shake it, and people who come from, and it ain't a black thing, it's white kids who grew up in the ghetto. It's some white kids in a trailer park somewhere. Mom and daddy on dope, they get in trouble. They selling shit. They robbing shit. They shoot. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Latino, Asian, whatever. The ghetto is not. Crime is synonymous with poverty. I hope I said that right. It go hand in hand. You can't get one without the other, man. If I took you to some third world country outside the United States, if it's poverty, there's crime. You know what I mean? I don't mean to call people rats, but if you put a bunch of rats in a confined space with lack of resources, lack of food, they gonna fight each other. They gonna eat each other. You know what I mean? Because I gotta eat. I'm hungry. And only the strong survive. And you must do things that you don't want to do. Watch how my daddy pick up the phone, yeah. That's what I do. Hold on. You ready? You ready, Mark? Yep. Oh, let me call my dog. Hold on. I hope he pick up. Pops better pick up.
What up, son?
Daddy.
What's going?
What's up? You ain't working, is you?
No.
Man, good.
Riding home.
Good. Daddy, I'm on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is my segment where I call and check on my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They say who I'm calling. I say I'm finna call my daddy real quick. How you doing, Pops?
Oh, I'm good, baby. What's cracking?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm in here. I just this episode, Daddy, I ain't had no guest. It was just me. So I was kind of giving, the background story on me and, how we grew up, how y'all raised us. And then, they was like, who you gonna call for checking your peoples? I'm like, man, let me call my daddy, man. So look, Daddy, this is what I want you to do one time, real quick. Can you just,
Okay.
I was in here talking about, growing up, getting in trouble and this, that, and the third. You had your own trials and tribulations growing up. Could you just give the audience, in your own way, Pops, just some advice, some quick advice on reforming yourself as far as, coming back to the... Go ahead.
Yeah. Think before you react.
Think before you react. He used to tell me that all the time, y'all. He used to tell me that all the time. All the time.
Yeah, they helped me a lot.
And honestly, y'all, like, that's why I love my parents, because my mom and daddy, they real with me. You know what I mean? They don't, especially now that I'm grown, but even when I was a kid, man, they didn't hide nothing from me as far as telling us the real. Because the environment we grew up in, they couldn't sugarcoat nothing for us. You know what I mean? It wasn't time for...
Because if you don't know, you don't know.
You know what I'm saying? If you tell them again, give them to them one more time for them niggas in the back, Daddy. What you say?
If you don't know, you don't know.
You know what I mean? And you'll
So
find...
it's best to get it from home.
Yeah. And Daddy, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people who I meet, their parents have them very sheltered. So when they get out into the real world, they shell shocked.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Daddy, that's all I wanted. Hold on, what you got going on, Daddy?
Nothing. Finna go home and, put one on and
Yeah.
eat a little later on.
Yeah, Daddy. Yeah. Yeah, Daddy. I'm finna go. I'm gonna go home myself. I'm in here drinking. It's Friday, Daddy. I'm gonna get out there. Have me a good little Friday night, Pops.
All right, son. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right, Daddy. Same to you. Love you.
Love you.
Later.
Later.
See, that's my dog right there, bro. That is listen. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna cry for y'all, bro. But that is look, my daddy, bro, that's my hero. You know what I mean? And now that I got a platform, that my daddy is my hero, bro. My daddy, I wish I was the man my daddy was. Because the things I seen my daddy endure. I mean, my daddy was 25, bro, with 5 kids already. You know what I mean? I'm 28 with none. I couldn't even imagine. I got a dog, and me and that nigga be struggling together. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to all the fathers, man. It is a big deal to be, a father and your sons look up to you. You know what I mean? That is a huge deal. And I look up to my daddy, man, because, like y'all heard him say, my daddy ain't sugarcoat nothing. My daddy gave me the real, and it helped me navigate through the streets because like I said before, man, the environment we grew up in, it wasn't, you ain't had time to really be no kid, bro. You know what I mean? You had to know, hey, man, don't walk down there. Don't go over there. They wear this over here. Oh, him right there. Oh, yeah, I know his dad. You know what I mean? That was the environment we grew up in, man. But, excuse me, y'all. But yeah, man, that was Check on Your Peoples, man. This is, I'm excited. This episode 12, end of season 1. I'm excited for season 2. We gonna take a week off. John gonna go on vacation. I'm going to Dallas next weekend. I ain't never been to Texas. So yeah, man, I just want to thank once again, before we get out of here, and end season 1, man, I just want to say thank you to my team. I just want to, man, me personally, bro, NSPN, I just want to thank everybody. They working hard as a motherfucker right now. And look, if y'all are editors, they are hiring or looking for editors to come on to the team to help out because they got a workload. You understand what I'm saying? They got a workload, but I just want to thank all of them, man, from the bottom of my heart, bro, because, I stay up late, thinking about this shit. Like, man, they gave me a chance. I don't know what I would be doing, but they gave me something to be consistent about. I told myself, I'm going to do this podcast shit and I'm going to stay consistent. They've been consistent with me. I've been consistent with them, man. And I like I said, I stay up late thinking about what's going to be, so I can't, I'm super appreciative. I'm humble. I know I come off very, You know, I am sure of myself though at the same time. I think I'm the shit. Don't get it fucked up. I think I'm the shit. Don't get me wrong, but I'm nothing without my team. I'm nothing without NSPN and the things that they do for me as far as, you know, the clips that y'all love, that y'all like, that y'all share, that is them doing that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I would be remiss not to give them a shout out and, you know, tell them, you know, and publicly thank them for what they've done for me. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, season 2 coming. We're going to switch some Look, I'm excited. Season 2 coming. You feel what I'm saying? I got motherfuckers hitting me up now. Like, yeah, I want to be on the episode and we're going to get you on, man. Just come with something, man. Because, you know, we getting a little motion, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, help me help you. So, yeah, man, like, and before we get out of here, one more time, I want to thank all the supporters, all the subscribers, everybody who's ever liked the post, watched it, anything to do with I-70, man, personally from John, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all, and I hope to see y'all in season 2. I better see y'all ass in season 2. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got some shit coming, man. We got some shit coming now. I'm very excited of, you know, of what the whole company is going to do. Because I'm a team player. You know what I'm saying? I'm a motherfucker where I want to see everybody win, man. I don't, like I said, to start this shit and throughout the interview or throughout this conversation between me and y'all, I just want to see everybody win, man, because can't nobody stop my shine. So there's no need for me to hate on nobody or, you know, be mad at nobody because I'm me and I'm sure within myself. So, you know, I'm proud of everybody. And you know, if I could end with a message, it's scary, bro, but go for it. That's the only thing I can say. I got plans to do big things, man, but go for it because I'm proud of myself because I've done it. I stay consistent thus far. And it feel good, man. And you know, if you afraid, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid that nobody gonna support you. Because if it's one thing I've learned with this podcast shit, you gonna get the motherfuckers who gonna really blow you up is the motherfuckers you don't know personally. Them motherfuckers who you know, they ain't gonna post your shit as much as you think they are. Take it from me. The motherfuckers who you feel like they should post every clip and, you know, this, that, and the third, it ain't happening. But that's okay. I ain't gonna say fuck them, but don't worry about that. Because as long as you stay consistent, it's 3 billion people. Is it 3? Something like that. 3 billion people in this world. Somebody will rock with your shit, man. Just stay consistent. You know, be confident. Know that you the shit. And, you know, and that the universe will bless you with whatever, you know, you desire. You know what I mean? While we speaking about the universe, please bring me a beautiful woman. You know, sweet baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out the game, y'all. Look, the streets ain't for me. It's not for me, bro. I can't do it no more. I ain't gonna say that. I can do it. I don't want to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm 28, man. I want some motherfucking kids, man. It's some bullshit. I be seeing all my dogs with y'all cute little baby pictures and shit. I want to be at the baby shower with my Burberry shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I need that in my life, man. Because the love that I need, y'all, I need that unconditional love that a kid could bring. But I don't want you bitches to get it twisted. I'm not impregnating none of y'all hoes because y'all ain't got no benefits. I can't bring no child in this world with you, baby. You ain't got no damn health care. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna do that. But yeah, man, we're gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. Once again, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, tap in with NSPN, tap in with all the podcasts that, you know, the network got going on. Cause y'all not fuck with us no way. You know what I'm saying? As far as other companies are concerned, y'all not fuck with us. Just ask and prove it. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And once again, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all motherfucking ass in season 2, man. We out this bitch.